Hello, viewers. Today is August 25, 2024. I'm here to share my thoughts on the US presidential elections 2024. Today, I would like to discuss about the states where both campaigns are going to address next week. And I would like to discuss about those states and the chances for either parties on those states. So to begin with, let's look at where the Republicans are going next week. Donald Trump is going to Detroit, Michigan on Monday, and then J.D. Vance is in Michigan on Tuesday, and Trump is going to Michigan again on Thursday, and then he's going to Wisconsin on Thursday, and then on Friday he's going to address Pennsylvania, a couple of events in Pennsylvania. So from the Republican Party's ticket, they're addressing Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, and Michigan next week. From the Democrat side, the only event that I could see from their campaign as of now is there is a bus tour. Kamala Harris and Tim Walz are going on a bus tour to Georgia next week, and that's the only event that I could see as of now. But if things changes, I will come back to you with that. So let's look at the Republican side. Monday is going to Michigan. Why Michigan? Michigan in 2016, Trump won that state by around 10,000 odd votes. But in 2020, Biden was able to win by close to around 154,000 odd votes. So from my view, Michigan is typically a Democratic state. And yes, he did win in 2016, but this time it's going to be a little difficult for Trump to win Michigan. However, what is the recipe or how can he win Michigan? The way that he can win Michigan is to basically run up his score on all the rural counties and limit his losses in the cities and in the suburbs. Especially on the suburbs, he needs to make sure that he talks to the suburban women and tries to get some of those suburban women votes and also the Republican-leaning independent votes from those suburbs. That's very important for him if he needs to win Michigan. That is one of the reasons why I think the campaign has slowly started moving towards the middle. And there are two events that will suggest that they are going towards the middle. One is all along up, even as late as August 3rd, Trump was calling out the Republican governor, Brian Kemp, and he was saying that Kemp won because of his support, meaning Trump's support, and he's not very loyal, and he's a Republican in name only, and all those kind of traditional Trump terrors against his perceived opponents. But then 2 days ago, he has put out a tweet saying that he's very happy to get Brian Kemp's support, and they both need to work together to win the state of Georgia for the state as well as for the country. So he obviously has realized that to win Georgia, he needs the popular governor support because that popular governor has won across the state, and he is also a very successful in terms of winning not just once, twice, and he has won over voters both in the suburbs as well as in the rural areas. So Trump has realized this, and he has just changed his attack mode, and he is trying to make peace with the popular governor Brian Kemp. That's one. The second one is today on the national media, J.D. Vance came on one of those Sunday talk shows, and when the host asked J.D. Vance to she specifically asked that will they support the federal ban on abortion. J.D. Vance said that no, former President Trump does not support that, and he's not going to be for it. But then when the host asked and pressed him to say that will he veto federal ban on abortion bill if it comes across his desk, to which J.D. Vance replied that former President Donald Trump's stance is that he's not for it. So my expectation is that he's going to veto that bill. So again, he is moving towards the center. And this reproductive rights issue is a very big issue. This is one issue where the Democrats have a huge advantage over the Republicans. And so this is one area where they are trying to come to the middle so that they can again get some independent votes and the suburban votes. So I think they are making the right move in terms of trying to talk to the independents. So to win Michigan, coming back to Michigan, to win Michigan, he needs to have those kind of positions to win over some of those independent voters as well as Republican leaning independents. So that's Michigan. And then in terms of Pennsylvania, this is one state I think Trump has got a inherent strength, and that MAGA movement is very strong in Pennsylvania. Still, the race is very, very close. So I think it is correct in the sense that both parties are going to fight this state of Pennsylvania till the last day, and it's going to be a very, 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 very close election in Pennsylvania. Now, I will briefly touch Wisconsin and then I'll go to Georgia. In terms of Wisconsin in 2016, the margin was around 20,000 odd votes. Trump won that time. In 2020, again, the margin was like around 22,000 odd votes. This time Biden won. So this state is going to be a very, very close election. It's going to be a flip of a coin kind of a state. So nothing much has changed in Wisconsin from 2016 and 2020. I don't think a massive shift on the ground in Wisconsin. So I think Wisconsin is still going to be a flip of a coin kind of a state. Either party can win. Then let me then go to Georgia, where the Democratic ticket of Kamala Harris and Tim Walz are going on a road trip. This is a state, again, it's a very traditional red state. It favors the Republicans overwhelmingly in general. But President Biden was able to win in 2020 by a mere margin of around 10,000 odd votes. So I would still say this is again a very, very close election there as of today. And how can a Democrat win in Georgia? The way that Democrats can win Georgia is they have to run up their scores in the cities and in the suburbs, just like in any other state like Pennsylvania and Michigan. And then they have to pick up some additional votes than what President Biden was able to get in the rural counties. And more importantly, Democrats need to get a strong support from women, much stronger than what President Biden got. And among the women itself, I would say that suburban women needs to come out in larger numbers. And another major factor is African American women. If Kamala Harris can get more African American women to turn up for the polls, and they can win those big cities with a huge margin, and I think they have a chance to win Georgia. As of today, I think it's a very, very close election, and it is tied from my perspective. And so that is how Democrats can win Georgia. For Republicans, it's pretty much their strength is in the rural areas. Trump needs to basically limit his losses in the cities and in the suburbs to win Georgia. So Georgia is also going to be a very interesting election. So in a nutshell, the two most critical states among the battleground states this time is going to be Pennsylvania and Georgia. As Tim Russert used to say during the 2000 elections, it's Florida, Florida, Florida. But in 2024, it's going to be Pennsylvania, 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 and Georgia, Georgia, Georgia. I think these two states will determine who is going to be the president of the United States. That's it for me today. I'll come back to you with a different program tomorrow. Take care.